y'all. Just popping into your day real quick. I was just thinking about what was said yesterday at church and how it impacted me, and it's just been bubbling in my spirit, and I want to share it with you. Have you heard the saying, hindsight is 2020? When you look back, of course, we can see things differently and from a different perspective. Well, one of the things that really impacted me yesterday was Pastor Mikey said, he started out with reading, do you got your Bible? Always have your Bible. One of the verses that Pastor Mikey really focused on yesterday was Isaiah 40, which is, very known. And if you grew up in church and you went to Christian school like I did and my kids did, you're very familiar with this verse. Those who wait upon the Lord will okay, let me slow down. But those who wait upon the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and they will not grow weary. They will walk and they will not be faint. And that verse really, while he was actually reading that verse, the verse that came up in my spirit was also in Isaiah 26:3 that says, you will keep in perfect peace him whose mind is steadfast because he trusts in you. And all of 2024, my go-to word that I leaned on, that I, just was my strength, I guess, was the word steadfast. And I think I'm going to continue it with 2025 also. So what Pastor Mikey had said that really impacted me was there are some mountains. And remember, when Jesus was on earth, he never promised us as Christians that we were going to have an easy breezy life with no battles or no mountains to climb. As a matter of fact, he said, when you have faith, say to this mountain, be thou removed, and it will be cast into the sea. That's another verse that Pastor Mikey didn't mention, but it was coming up in my spirit while he said it. So what Pastor Mikey did say was, there are some mountains that, God will just bring it up and cast it into the sea, and, it's a miracle, and to God be the glory. But there are also some mountains that we're meant to climb. And that is where we're going to go through the refining fire, I guess, if you want to call it that, where God is going to use that mountain to change us, to mold us, and to make us more like him. If you know me, if you're in the know, I have been going through the fire since June of 2022 is when all of this started in my life. And to God be the glory. I've come through it, and I'm, still in it just a little bit, but for the most part on the other side, and to God be the glory. I was just, talking to my friend Celeste this morning and telling her, I'm still not in the place of the sermon that I mentioned to y'all last year, where he was like, well, there's going to come a day where you're going to thank God for that trial, or thank God for, whatever it is that you went through. I'm still not there, but I am in the place where I can see God's hand at work. Going back to 2020, hindsight being 2020, I can see the refining fire. I can see how God used this to change me. Because if you used to, follow us or pray with us when I was, a lot more involved in Intentional Life Ministries, which was a ministry that God, had me to start in Virginia. I used to always end with, I'm not a worrier, I'm a warrior. And at that time, I really believed it. And I do still believe it. I do believe that mindset. But, you know, I had not, at that point in my life, I still had not gone through the fire like I just did. You know, I was strong and my faith was strong, but I had not been tested. And now, you know, I see it different. Now I'm a different person. To God be the glory that I'm a person that has more empathy. I'm a person that, you know, I used to be a toughen up buttercup kind of person. And now, you know, having gone through the fire myself, I have a different way, a different perspective, and a different way to love God's people and encourage God's people and, you know, uplift and pray for people that I didn't before. So, why am I saying this? I'm saying all of this to encourage you and remind you, don't give up. He is with you. One thing that I learned, hindsight 2020, that he never left me. He never forsook me. He was with me every step of the way. And I'm stronger now because of it. I still am not thankful for it, but I do see that I'm stronger, I'm wiser, and I mean, let's go and kick the enemy's butt and bring as many people to heaven with us that we can. That's a part 2, because that's where Pastor Dusty steps in and, you know, just gave an outstanding word yesterday. So I'll probably touch base with y'all about that tomorrow. But the Lord bless you, the Lord keep you, the Lord cause his face to shine upon you and give you peace.